All right. Hey guys, I'm James. We're going to make a slant. And today I just wanted to share briefly just 5 ways, 5 steps for you to increase your potential. Now, I am extremely big into productivity and goal setting and also achieving those goals. But however, in areas of my life where I've gotten stuck, areas of my life where I felt like I can improve in this area, or I there's something wrong and I need to get better in this area, all the way from emotional to physical to spiritual to marital, whatever the issue is, which I have a lot, right? We all have it in a sense of no one's perfect. We all want to increase our potential each and every day, even if it's by 1%, but we just want to get better. We want to live the life that God has called us to live, and we need to be the best version of ourselves through the journey, right? It's not about the destination, it's the journey that changes us. And so over time, just with my book, Pain Formation, Forming Your Pain into Purpose, I share about the things that I went through in life, about my father growing up without a dad. I share in the book how I dealt with pain. One time I was at Disney and had a health issue, and how do I overcome that adversity. Also share about my eyes. I have a rare eye disease that's left me blind in one eye. And I share about numerous things in my book, Pain Formation. And what I wanted to do was break that down into a framework, because the framework helps me and it will help you get through just about literally every area in your life. So it doesn't matter if this is something about work. This doesn't matter if you want to become a better spouse, if you want to become a better parent, if you want to lose 15 pounds, if you want to become better with financial literacy, if you want to save more money, or if whatever it is, you want to take a vacation, it really doesn't matter. But the framework has helped me in my life. And so I have this here because I wanted to talk about it. So typically in life, what we see, let's have a person, but we usually think about somebody and they want to get to a specific destination. Okay. So somebody, and they want to get to a specific destination and they see it that way. And sometimes in life, we only focus on getting here. It's the only thing we want to do. The only thing we want to do is get to the end goal. But what we need to focus on is the process, is the journey. It's the area in between. It's the area in between where you are now and also where you want to be. So right here, it's not the messy middle, right? Not the messy middle, but that's where we need to focus on. We need to think about our goals. We need to think about what actions are we taking so that every day we can get closer to who we want. And with that, I have a framework, that will help you and I get there. It will help you get there. So let's say here's a part of our life, the starting point, and sometimes we start moving in a direction. But the issue is, with time and with the season of life that we're in, with obstacles that may come, with adversity that may show up, sometimes that area, that goal, that desire place is somewhere over to the side and not straight ahead. Because sometimes as we go straight ahead again, we have intentions and we want to make a plan. Absolutely. We want to make a strategy, but those things do change. I mean, it's life. You get a flat tire sometimes. We get sick. Sometimes an unexpected financial thing happens, whatever the case is. So, but when that happens, we need to change. We need to correct our course to go toward the goal, to go toward the achievement. Sometimes we have to be flexible. Sometimes we have to kind of mix around and change some things, adapt some things, eliminate some things, add some things, whatever it is, but we have to make a change. And what that looks like specifically is in the way of the framework that I have kind of that I've created here. So it's called SLANT. It's called making a slant. Now, if you think about sports, when the receiver gets the football, when this receiver's at the line of scrimmage and they run forward, they run straight, and they make a slant, which means they are turning at a specific degree over to either the left or the right. Okay. And they're going to get like really specific with what a slant is. You should know what a slant is. Everybody should know. But it's basically changing course, changing the direction. And for me, what I have found is that in life, when there's an area of my life that's not where I need it to be, I need to make a slant. I need to make a slant. Now, we're not going to talk about specifically areas of my life, but I want to share the framework of slant because it can really be placed over every area of your life. Literally, you can take this framework and apply it to every area because of what it stands for. So as I've taken time just kind of think through slant and what that means, you have SLANT, slant. So SLANT. So with slant, with making a slant, again, it's all about personal growth, personal development. How do we make those changes to move forward to who we are, who we're called to be? So with the S, take whatever area of life we're talking about right now. And in order to make a slant, there's 5 things you need to do. And it is SLANT, slant. So the first thing you need to do is stop. You need to stop, which means if it's not working, don't keep doing it. Stop doing what's not working. And it's okay to stop. Now, I know we hear a lot about the grind. We hear a lot about you got to crush it. You got to grind. I get that. But if you were grinding toward the wrong direction, what is that really accomplishing? You're not accomplishing anything beneficial to you. It's not going to help anybody. So you need to stop. And the purpose, again, of stopping is that self-awareness of this is not working. It's and another word that I could put here is it's the signal. It's the signal. It's the signal. It's going, hey, there's something that's off. Something's not working. I'm losing a lot of energy in this area of my life. It seems like other areas of my life are doing well, but this one area that I just can't figure out, that's the area. So it's the signal. We need to stop and feel the signal in regards to making a slant in our lives. So whatever area that is, physical, emotional, if that's in your marriage, if that's in your leadership, your some goals you're trying to hit, maybe you as a parent, whatever it is, stop. Feel the signal. Something is wrong, and it could be better, but something's happening. Now, after we stop and we feel the signal, the second thing in slant is the L. And what we need to do is we need to look, we need to listen, and then we need to learn. Look, listen, learn. Look is where as we stop and feel the signal, we're looking and trying to diagnose, where is this happening? Where specifically is the breakdown of what's going on in this area? And we listen, we get feedback from our emotions. We get feedback from others, feedback from our time, feedback from coworkers or colleagues or from our spouse, from loved ones, feedback of what have we done in the day? What have we done with our time? As far as listening. And then the next part is learn. As we find out what the issue is, as we have the signal and we're looking, we've diagnosed it, we've listened, we've gotten some feedback, whether that's from us or from someone else in regards to this area of our life. We need to learn. We need to figure out what are some key things that someone else has done that's successful in this area. So for me, learning has been the gateway to success. Learning has been the gateway to success. Whenever I first started having a lot of issues in different areas of my life, it was like, it was hard because it felt like no one, it felt like never was, better was never coming. But as I started to recognize that only thing I could do is study successful people, and that would help me out a lot. So if I wanted a successful marriage, I should study, what does a successful marriage look like? If I want to be productive, I should study how does someone be productive and get things done and be efficient. If I want to be a loving father, I need to study and learn about how to be a loving father. And so all that to say is, from whatever area of life that's in that you want to get better and you want to improve, you need to take that area and learn, do some research on it. And listen, I guarantee you it will help you. But now we have to get to the next step. And I don't want to belabor this, but I want to, there's a lot to go with learn. However, the goal is to get through the framework. And again, this is an appetizer of the SLANT method. So we need to stop, feel that signal. We need to look, we need to listen and learn in regards to where the area of our life that we want to improve. The next one in SLANT is A. We need to aspire. We need to aspire on what we want to do and who do we want to be. AKA, we need to dream. You need to envision you at your best. You need to envision you improving. We don't want to have a scarcity mindset. We want to have an abundance mindset. So when we aspire in the SLANT method, you are looking forward toward a vision. The Bible says without a vision, the people perish. So we want to have a vision of who we want to be, the things we want to do, the type of leader we want to be, the type of spouse you want to be, the type of parent you want to be, the type of money you'd like to save or invest or give, or whatever the case is. But without aspiring, looking forward, dreaming, we're going to stay in the same place that we're at. And we want to get better. We are driven. We're achievers. But we want to achieve the right things in a way that honors God and honors ourselves and our families. We're not going to be grinding away, working 89,000 hours a week. That's no good. We can work, we can be effective, we can be efficient, and we can have time with our families. We can have time to crush it, our personal goals. We can crush our work goals, but also time with our families. That's what we're trying to do here. The N in the SLANT method stands for navigate. Now, after we aspire to who we want to be and the things we want to do, well, we got to get there. We got to get there. We can't just sit at a spot and view off in the distance. That's great. But without any action, without any execution, without any commitment or consistency or discipline or whatever the case is, also include rest, right? You want to rest as well, recover, take care of ourselves. But without navigating there, it doesn't matter. We're not doing anything. So as you navigate toward becoming better, remember, you're taking what you've learned, you're looking in the future, and now you need to take the steps to get there. And how do you get there? One step at a time, one day at a time, one decision at a time, one slant at a time. The goal is not to try to improve every single area of your life right now. Do it. Just one thing at a time, one habit at a time, one decision at a time, one slant at a time. And as you're consistent with those things over time, you will be able to continue to improve. So the last part of the SLANT method is the T. So let me just recap really quick. In order for you to become the leader that God has called you to be that driven leader, to have great success at work, but also in life at home, to be extremely productive and efficient, achieve your goals, your personal goals, but also be very present at home and make incredible memories with your family, to be someone worth following, to be someone who is known for impacting others. In order to do that, we need to make a slant as far as areas of our life that we feel like we need to improve. So with that, S again is you need to stop. You need to feel the signal. The L is that you need to look, listen, and learn. Learn about what to do. Learn who's already done that, that's been successful and has had success in it. Learn what they did. You need to aspire. You need to dream, have a vision, look forward. But we can't just stay there. We got to put the N in place. We got to navigate there. We got to move. We got to execute. Last one is the T. And for the T in the SLANT method, the T is to transform. So from all those things, from the SLANT, When we get to the transform, that is us literally shaping and molding. It's us allowing God to shape and mold us so that we can become better. So when we get to that transform, it's becoming a new leader. It's becoming a new person each day. It's becoming better each day. Kind of think about a caterpillar, right? It's not in a sense that you are literally changing shape, but you're changing the thoughts in your mind. You're changing your habits. You're transforming your relationships. You're transforming your income. You're transforming your goals. You're transforming your output. You're transforming your input. All these things. It's an accumulation of the decisions that you make. But when you start with the decision, I am going to improve this area of my life, then you can start with the SLANT method. Stop, feel the signal, look, listen, and learn, aspire, navigate, and transform. Apply the SLANT method, and I guarantee you that you will be able to improve numerous parts of your life. And I'm telling you because I've done it. No matter it's when I flunked out of school, when I flunked out of college my first year, well, now I'm in a master's program and I'm doing very, very well. I got my degree, now I'm doing a master's program. Or whether it's, me growing up in a broken home with my parents divorced. So my wife and I, we've been married for 10 years and we love each other very much. We go on a trip together either once or twice every year. We go on a family trip together with my kids. We bring our kids along either once or twice a year, and start thinking of these different areas. And then for me, it's going, how did I apply the SLANT method? And with that, it's going, where am I and who do I want to be? And how can I make these decisions ahead? So with that, I hope that you have enjoyed this. Give me some feedback. Shoot me an email, james@slantmethod.com. I'd love to connect with you. I want you to know that this method will work. It will help you. If you are ready to move forward and increase your potential and start making impact, then shoot me an email. Let's work together. James@slantmethod.com. And with that said, you are one slant away from changing your life.